please listen to what the second king has got to say to you. Listen to those who are wise.
Hey, where's your Mad Max outfit, Pastor Cook? I thought you were going to come in with the whole face mask and everything. Come on, you want to share some words? Come on up. Boys, get him a mic real quick before we go to announcements. Let's invite Pastor Cook real quick. Say hi to everybody. Give us an update.
Any announcement?
I have never seen anything like what's going on right now. And I've got to tell you, I am ashamed of America for the love and the fear of catching a virus. America has wholeheartedly turned in her rights. All over the country, governors and now even mayors have put the clamp and the shut on every freedom that we hold dear. There are pastors across this nation who are being arrested for the crime of preaching the gospel. I'm almost astounded that this house has not been raided by the state police. Perhaps the fact that we have kind of a reputation. I don't know. Maybe they just figure they'll take a softer target.
That's right.
Do you now understand why it's so important to listen to what the second king has been telling you? There are churches in America right now who are dying to do what you're doing, which is to worship and gather freely.
Amen.
I never thought that I would live to see the day that a mother was arrested for the crime of taking her child to a playground. And if you think that they don't have plans right now to gather up anyone who defies the UN world government dictates and put them into internment camps, you are out of your mind.
That's right.
You had best get more ready than what you are already. I stood in line for 40 minutes to get into a supermarket yesterday. I mean, I was wearing, if you saw my Instagram, I was wearing a face mask in this long line. I thought I was like waiting for the best ramen shop in Tokyo, for a moment, And you get in there, and it's, what is this? We're going on this a month and a half? They still don't have toilet paper. Yeah, well, I don't want to get too sidetracked. I don't want to take the king's thunder, okay? But seriously, if you think, by the way, they're saying now everybody can do everything online, right? Do everything online. Do everything on the internet. Have your church on the internet. Have your school on the internet. Do everything on the internet. I want to give you my background, just instead of my day job, I work on computer systems. Let me give you a little history about the internet, for those of you who don't know where the internet came from. The internet came from two separate networks, Milnet and ARPANET. Milnet was the network that tied together all of the military, the Army, the Navy, so they could do military stuff and communicate. ARPANET was big business, AT&T, Bell Labs at that point in time. and large liberal universities. And they got together one day and they formed the internet. Do you want to know who can pull the plug on the internet? The United States government can pull the plug on the internet anytime it wants to. And it is still beheld and behest to big business. The names have changed to names like Facebook and Twitter. And anytime they don't want you to say what you're saying, anytime that your church service that's being broadcast on one of these things, that they don't like what's being said, they will pull the plug. I sent a message to 2nd King on Thursday. I couldn't believe what I saw. I was watching Louder with Crowder, right? It's about a 10-minute segment. Screen here, got my little list of videos on the right-hand side. There it is, King's Report. I'm like, okay, that's next on the list. I got to find out what the weather report was at 6 o'clock in the morning. And just as Louder with Crowder was finishing, the King's Report vanished from the list. Poof. It literally, I watched it as it vanished from the list. They had pulled the plug while I was looking at the little link. I went to my videos, my favorite videos that I'm supposed to get alerts for, right? Gone! Because they don't like what he's saying. Because this man is dangerous. Don't think that you're safe. Please wake up. Stay extremely awake. I personally, and I'm going to close you with this, and I'm sorry to be so dark, but we live in dark times. I am absolutely convinced within the next 14 to 20 days that they keep the pressure up, that you're going to see violence in the United States, the likes of which we have never seen before. I'm sorry, but when cops start dragging mothers off to jail for taking their kids to the park, when they start arresting pastors, somebody's going to wake up and they're going to drag somebody out in the street and hang them in the city square. I don't think that that's the worst idea that I ever heard. In the meantime, stay vigilant. Please listen to what the 2nd King has got to say to you. Listen to those who are wise. The government is not your friend. Big business is not your friend, and damn sure anything that came out of the UN is not your friend. Thank you, brother.
Pastor Cook, thank you so much. Yeah, Pastor Cook sent me that mail, and King's Report we're not a huge channel, but they feel it. They're shadow banning us, shutting down, but Pastor Cook speaks very wise counsel. All right, folks, let's get to our announcements quickly.